How y'all doing? Um, I had a couple religious thoughts today. Now I want you to think about this. This has got to do with demonology, devilology, Satanology, all that stuff. So one of the things that you don't find in the Bible is the phrase "red devil." Um, that's used for a different creature. And so just think about that. So when you go to church and the preacher says "red devil," he's lying to you. I want you to think about that a little bit. All right, and then the next thing you won't see in the Bible, except for in, you know, a few versions maybe, is pitchfork. You will never see the word pitchfork in the Bible. Now think about that. Isn't that kind of odd? We have this whole myth of Satanology of a red devil with a pitchfork, but that does not appear in the Bible. Consider that for a while. Now, it might just be me, but it seems like Yahweh, the Almighty, wouldn't stand for a creature that could defy him that was immortal. And when you read the Bible, and it speaks about folks that are God's enemies, he gives prophecy of when they end. But when you look in the Bible and you hear at church about the red devil with a pitchfork and him burning in eternal fire, not having an end, that kind of, it's a little bit of a problem, isn't it? Because all the prophets that went against God, whether they were pagan or a lying prophet, or were doing it for money like Balaam, or went against God somehow, or were just blasphemers. They're all dead. The nations that went against God, we're seeing them, some of them have already been disappeared and they're long gone. Okay. Some of them are still fighting Israel. And we'll probably see them disappear in our lifetimes because of the prophecies that were given about them. We know that mankind is all dying because God said it was all dying. Now, if the serpent was true, right? If the serpent in the garden, or what modern Christianity calls the devil, is true, and I want you to critically think about this. I want you to really think hard. If that was true, and you died and you went to hell and burned for forever, is that truly death? Because you're still living on in immortality, in a form, and you're not necessarily from dust thou unto dust that shalt thou return. Okay? That's what God says. From dust you are, and unto dust you will return. Okay? But the whole burning hellfire mythos is that from dust thou art, and unto eternal hellfire shalt thou return. That's a different statement. Now think about that critically. Because, okay, I'm not saying throw all of demonology out, all of Satanology out. Well, yeah, pretty much most of Satanology needs to go. But it's it's a thing that's like, think about this, be watchful and careful, know what's going on with your religion, and and pick at the small tiny details that don't make sense, because that's a problem, you know. So yeah, that's my thought for today. I don't know that it's a good thought or a great thought or anything like that, but keep that in mind when you study your Bible, and and maybe pick at the details that are like, hey, this isn't really like right, you know, because the word of Yahweh, he is true in the truest sense, and he can make unbelievable things that you wouldn't think that would happen, and he can make things true if he wants to. Okay, that's the power of a deity. That's the power of a god. There's nothing else on this planet that can do that. And you know, a Satan or an enemy tries to make true things sound like a lie. Um, so and also tells lies, and does deception and things of that nature. But when you look critically in the Bible, it says there are many Satans, there are many enemies, and to be watchful and careful, and to to guard yourself, you know. So that's something to think about. And I really don't have anything else for today. I might come up with a different thought in a few minutes. So y'all have a good one. Like and subscribe if you want to. If you don't, well, hey, it is what it is.